Poland has so much to offer as a travel destination, but somehow it often gets overshadowed by its Western neighbors. Not long ago, I was traveling to Poland for a week and I visited Warsaw, Poznan and Wrocław. And I must say I was pretty surprised. That's why I want to share my honest opinion about Poland as a travel destination, covering its cities, history, affordability and more. Now, Poland has stunning cities, rich history and spectacular natural beauty, so why does it often remain off the radar for many travelers? One major reason is probably the reputation of Western European countries. For many tourist destinations like France, Italy, Spain have long been the go-to spots. They're marketed heavily, have established tourism infrastructures, and really boast iconic landmarks that are instantly recognizable. Poland, on the other hand, hasn't received the same level of attention. Cities like Warsaw, Krakow and Gdansk are often overshadowed by the Eiffel Tower or the Colosseum. Some travelers might also be hesitant to explore due to outdated perceptions and stereotypes about safety, comfort and culture. And even though things have changed dramatically in Poland over the last few decades, these lasting stereotypes can sometimes discourage potential visitors from experiencing its true charm. Now, I want to give you a taste of what that true charm actually is, so you don't have some outdated opinions, but a more realistic view if you're considering traveling to Poland. Keep in mind that my experiences are mostly from the big cities, so I'm not saying this applies to every destination you're going to visit. That being said, the cities that I visited are incredible. They have medieval architecture, stunning big squares, and really a lively atmosphere. Now, if you're looking for the best cities to stay and explore, Warsaw, Krakow, Wrocław, and Gdansk are often recommended. And if someone from Poland is watching this video, please let us know if there's a city that you would definitely recommend that is not on this list. In order to understand Poland today, you really have to understand its history. Poland has a rich history that stretches over 1,000 years. It began with medieval tribes and the spread of Christianity, leading to the establishment of a monarchy. And the country experienced a golden age during which it expanded and became one of Europe's major powers. However, later it faced challenges including its collapse and division, 2 world wars, and a period of communism. Now, Poland was neither well known nor very popular after the communist era ended, and with the economy and employment in the sorry state they were back then, it was not really an inviting place for business, work, or even tourism. And I'm mentioning this because they have turned that around substantially in the past 3 decades, becoming really one of the fastest growing economies in Europe. Now, how did Poland turn this around? Poland is historically one of the largest beneficiaries of EU funds since it joined the Union in 2004. And you can really see that Poland has put it into good use in terms of infrastructure, development, services, and overall quality of life. So you can expect the big cities to offer European level of entertainment, dining, and nights out. And there are a lot of interesting museums you can visit. And if you're in Warsaw, I highly recommend attending a Chopin piano concert, as the city is the birthplace of the famous composer. That's something I personally really enjoyed and haven't experienced in some other places. Now, we've already discussed the cities and some history, so now let's explore a little bit of the affordability, the Polish cuisine, safety, and other interesting observations I made while traveling in Poland. One thing that you might notice is that Poland has affordable prices. Compared to Western Europe, you will find that accommodation, activities, public transport, and food and dining are pretty budget friendly, but this obviously depends on the city and lifestyle you're used to, but overall you can expect lower costs when you travel to Poland. And speaking about food and dining, Polish cuisine has much to offer. Poland's location in Central Europe means that it has been influenced by the culinary traditions of its neighbors, for example, Germany and Ukraine. And the Polish cuisine is famous for its hearty comfort food dishes like pierogies, so dumplings filled with potatoes, cabbage, cheese, meat, or fruit. The bydgoszcz, which is like a hunter stew made with cabbage and meat, and żurek, which is a sour rice soup with sausage. They're not only filling but also packed with a lot of flavor, and you will see that the portion sizes are also quite big in Poland. So this is just something to note. Now, one thing I want to mention is that Polish cuisine is pretty meat oriented. So if you're someone who's more limited with food because of your personal choices or allergy, there are also some vegetarian options. In Warsaw, I also saw vegan restaurants, even like a vegan sushi restaurant and completely gluten-free restaurant, which is quite rare. And on top of these, Poland has a lot of tasty desserts and treats you can also enjoy in the cafes and restaurants. Now, one question people usually have in mind when they travel to a new place is how safe it is there. And I would say Poland is very safe, and it has a relatively low crime rate compared to many other EU countries. In touristic areas, you obviously always have to be careful of pickpocketing, no matter where you are. But one thing that was also there is that in popular tourist areas, there are often designated tourist polices who are there to really assist the visitors and ensure their safety. So Poland cares a lot about safety, and statistics really back it up. One thing that I also personally felt in Poland is that it's quite spacious. Like if you're walking on the streets, it has wide walking streets, actually perfect if you're walking with baby strollers on the street. Major cities in Poland have also efficient public transportation systems, making it pretty easy to navigate in urban areas without really needing a car. And many things are also in walking distance in the different cities that you're visiting. Now, one thing that I did not personally experience, but Poland has really beautiful natural landscapes and they're really stunning. Now, the Tatra Mountains, the serene Missouri Lakes, or just the Białowieża Forest, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's actually the largest remaining parts of the primeval forest that once covered much of Europe. So if you're not a city traveler and more of an outdoor enthusiast, you will still find plenty to explore in Poland. Now, that being said, you can only truly experience a country by visiting it, immersing yourself in the culture, tasting its cuisine, and engaging with these people, as these first-hand encounters reveal the nuances and depth that no random YouTuber like me can really give you. Whether you're seeking history, culture, nature, or culinary delights, Poland really has it all. So if you're planning your next European adventure, consider traveling to Poland, because in my opinion, it deserves to be on every traveler's bucket list.